Alright guys, today is the day. We're replacing this. I don't know if you've seen in the first video, we have a crack around this tab here and it's just piss and water and chemical everywhere, so we need to clean that up. Got this new manifold here. It's not going to be fancy, alright? So originally this manifold, these two feed this manifold down here, which controls the sections on the boom. See, there's 4 sections for this on this manifold. There's 4 sections on the boom. This manifold has enough taps to do all the sections, so we can, once we replace this manifold, we can remove that manifold and run all of those lines up to here. That's the plan anyway. Let's give it a go. That makes it easy. So I thought I'd just give a little bit of an update here. We've got the manifold off of the spray tank, not in the way we wanted to. So this here is the tab that I said had the crack around it. And you can see this is where the manifold was bolted on to this upright. And it just clean pulled out of the bottom of this manifold here. That's made our job a little bit easier, I suppose, because it's given us a bit more room and got some things out of the way for us, but that is toast. But it was going in the bin anyway, so it doesn't matter. And the other little update we have is this feed hose that goes from the pump. It's like a hydraulic line, but it's a high pressure water line. It's just really perished here. Not sure how well the camera's picking that up, but might get a few more hours out of it, but it will blow out eventually. And the next thing is, this fitting is completely seized. I've had multi-grips and a shifter on it. I can't get it to budge. And I also snapped off a fitting inside there trying to undo it. So I think the best course of action there is to just get a new hose. We need about 1.5 meters of that hose. It's just got 3/4 nut and tail fittings on it. And then we should be right to go. I'll keep installing this new manifold. Hopefully by the time I've got it on, the new hose is here and we can get out and do some spraying. Like I bought one. Now for the next job, I just got to thread tape every single one of the threads that don't have some sort of seal in them. So let's get to work. Okay, I don't think I missed any. These have all got rubber rings in them. I don't need to, and they go onto there, so I don't need to thread tape that. They are the same deal. They will have those on them. The pipe that comes off of here has got a rubber ring. That's an O-ring fitting. That's a nut and tail with a rubber ring. This one has a nut and tail rubber ring fitting on it as well. So I'm pretty sure we've got them all. Let's start putting it together. The manifold all put together. The last thing to go on is the pressure gauge. One thing you do need to keep in mind with these pressure gauges is you cannot put them on and turn them and spin them on by hand. You'll crack the gauge inside and let all the water out and it won't read anymore. Always use some sort of tool for the end of it. Never try to turn it with the actual pressure gauge itself. It's alright while you're just trying to get it in, while it turns nice and easy, but as soon as it's started, you're going to want to grab a tool for it. You are not going to want to have this nice new shiny pressure gauge on there and it not work properly. Alright, so we're all sorted. We've got water come in here. This one here will be an inch hose, which is the agitate back to the tank. And if we wind this, it's going to start letting water through here to our jets. So I had to weld this T-bar on there. We've got our manifold all welded up there, all mounted. Now what we have to do is, I've taken or cut the hoses off of that old manifold down there, which I will remove eventually. And we've got to join the hoses here up to these points here for the booms. We got one on. Let's keep going. We don't have to tighten these too hard down because they got washers in them. So we'll just nip them up. We'll check for leaks when we start the pump up and adjust it if we need to, but for now just a little nip up will be fine. G'day there, we're back at it. We are back at it in the spray tank. The moon's coming up, the sun's going down, we've got hydraulic booms, we're all good to go. These bloody buckets gonna be in the road, please. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That is absolutely bloody beautiful. We've got a bit of a wet spot here. The trailer's sinking down a touch on the left-hand side. I've got to adjust our boom here. So unfortunately, our hydraulic boom does not operate the jets for us. We still have to do them manually. But we're getting to test out our new manifold. It's looking like it's working a treat. Agitated up fine. Tested the jets before, not under full pressure, but just with fresh water through them. Seems to run perfectly. So I'll go and get them on, flush all the water through them and start to get some chemical coming out, and then we'll take off. We'll just get this up to 540. Jets are pumping. Let's go. Running 200 psi in these jets. I don't know if you've seen it in yesterday's video, or maybe it was today's. Maybe it's the same video. What the bloody hell's going on? These days are just all rolling into one at the moment. Powdery mildew issue we are having. We've got powdery mildew and black spotty mold on our zucchinis. And we are just going through right now and putting a copper and sulfur spray out on them. It's just water, copper and sulfur at label rates, just to kill off any disease But we've got the silverleaf virus under control. We've got the whitefly under control. But now, in the midst of all that, this powdery mildew issue has sort of gone undetected, but it's obvious now is what it is, really. We have been keeping up with our copper and sulphur sprays, and we're doing them every couple of weeks in the really dewy mornings. Mixed with the warm days on top of that is just a breeding ground for mold and mildew. So we'll just give these zucchinis a good dose here and clean them up, hopefully. There'll be a little bit of footage in that video. I can't really get out and show you now. It's getting quite dark, and I don't think my little camera's going to pick up the spores on the back of the leaves in this light. So that's what we're doing. Putting a copper and sulphur spray on our zucchinis and testing out our new manifold in the process. And it looks like it is working a treat. No issues so far. It is, yeah, really happy with it. Working a treat. We were actually doing a trial this year on these zucchinis with pruning them. We've never really pruned them before. They grow quite tall most years because we don't stake them. They don't grow up straight. After they get a few crops off them, the stalk tends to bend a little bit, and the plant ends up leaning over into the next row. And the ones we pruned, I'm starting over this side of the patch because this is the non-pruned side. The ones we pruned over that side of the patch look a lot better than these. I will say that. I'm really happy with how they've bounced back from the silverleaf, because that was the reason we started to prune them, was to help with spray penetration around the plant, with air circulation around the plant. So what the other idea was behind the pruning was the original leaves from the plant tend to lay flat on the ground after a while. But you might have seen in one of the walkthroughs of the zucchini patch how there was just all the old leaves sort of lay on the ground, and as the pickers walk through, they trample them in, and if you lift those leaves up, it's just covered with mildew spores. I can't even English. Uh-oh. Hold on, I just have to go and check something. I take back every thing I just said about that manifold. It's a piece of shit. The buy that piece of shit. Do I have any zip ties? That's a negative. There's a negative on the zip ties. Actually, I've got one. I've actually got two, because I've got this one that I was using for something else, but it's already clipped in. I've got my trusty Leatherman with me. I wonder if I can get it apart. Oh, that's dangerous. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Everything is fine. I don't feel comfortable using that. What else do I have in here that's long and flat? It's not looking good here for us, folks. I'm making a phone call. I've got to call Katie, get her to bring my ute down with the zip ties in it. Help.
No message can be left on this service.
You're gonna have to bear with me. It's gonna be a moment. So what's happened is, why don't I just take you? I keep forgetting that you're not an immovable object, and that I can actually bring you places and show you things. And I should really be showing you things, because I'm a farm vlog channel. So what's happened here is this new manifold we've put on is not straight. Let me just jump over all this crap. Hold on. So, can you see that tab there? That tab is supposed to be connected, is supposed to be welded onto those tabs there. I don't know what it is, chrome, aluminium, stainless steel, don't know, but it's shit. So we're at a standstill waiting for Katie. We have got some zip ties on the way. We'll zip tie it to that rail that I welded on, to that T-mount thing that I welded on. And then once that is done, we'll be able to get back going. But for now, I don't want to keep going and risking that falling off and then getting hoses caught under the tyres and just all the rest of the shit that can go wrong with it. It's just not on my bucket list tonight, so let's just wait. We'll pull up for a minute and we'll just wait. All right, we could be back in business here. I don't have a light. I need a light on my camera. Anyway, Katie's brought down my work ute, which had a packet of zip ties in it. We've tried to tie it up with zip ties as best we could. Just have to see how it holds. We're spraying again. It's holding so far. I just don't want to speak too bloody soon because I was praising that manifold just before and then the little mount tabs go and snap off of it. Bloody hell. That's pretty piss weak though, really. I can't get around here without folding the booms in, but luckily they do them themselves. Closest doing it itself I'm gonna get. Feel like a snail compared to how fast we were going weediciding the other day. We are empty. I've just folded the booms in. I just thought before we took off, I'd try and get some footage of our little rig up we had to do there. I'll try and zoom in on that. We are empty. We're pretty much exactly halfway across the patch. So one more tank should do us. And then our copper and sulfur spray will be complete. And hopefully our powdery mildew problem will be no longer. But anyway, we are just heading back to the shed. I'm going to fill up. I've got dinner waiting for me. Katie's just called me and it lined up perfectly with my tank finishing. So couldn't have asked any better of that. We're back. We're back, babe. Tank 2. Finally.